My name is Keegan, and for the next 6 weeks, I'm going to be backpacking by myself through the chaotic cities and scorching deserts of North India.
My one's just lowered, while the other ones are still standing.
For any Westerner, it's a country of completely different sights, tastes, and experiences.
Stop.
So we're driving on the wrong side of the road right now.
That will stay with you forever.
I'm inside the cave where Ali Baba sleeps.
This is India.
I am officially in India. I've got a driver coming to pick me up, but because there's like so many scams that happen here, they've given me a location and a password to give the guy. Well, you have to ask him for the password. Hopefully he's here, otherwise I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was a bit late, so we have to wait for the next person to come with. There's a random dog here. Whose dog is this? Very distracting. This is an airport, what the fuck? He's not a security dog, he's just a random dog.
I went into the city to experience Delhi, my first stop in India. And almost immediately, everything I've heard about India slapped me in the face. I was seeing and smelling things I've never smelt before. The amount of people crammed into one street was crazy. And don't get me started on those goddamn horns. It didn't take long to kick in. I was definitely not in Australia anymore. Luckily, in the heart of Delhi, there's a place to take a break from the chaos. This is Red Fort, and this is another dog. You're going to be seeing a lot of them, by the way. Red Fort was built way back in 1648 and was home to the emperors of the Mughal dynasty, who ruled all of this for 2 centuries, and this was their home. It wasn't always where they lived though. They lived in Agra for years, until Shah Jahan was like, hey, Agra's boring, let's move up to Delhi. But we already have a fort in Agra. You want to build another one 5 hours up the road? Yep. And so they did, taking up a massive 254 acres of land. The fort's unique architecture, along with its Persian, European, and Indian art, has made sure it will be a monument forever.
I love tuk-tuks, they're everywhere, they're amazing. So we just did Red Fort. Some of the guys from the hostel, it was awesome. Now we're going to get food because I'm starving. Spice market, it's going to be good.
The spice market was ridiculous. I quickly learned there's no such thing as a line in India. If you want something, you got to push your way through. After we ate, we headed back to the hostel where everyone was getting ready to celebrate because, as it turns out, I had arrived in India on a very special weekend. It was Diwali. How to explain Diwali? In a nutshell, it's the festival of lights. A Hindu holiday celebrating all that is good in the world. It spiritually represents the victory of light over darkness, good over evil, knowledge over ignorance, and hope over despair. My hostel had to explain what this was, a prayer to the Hindu goddess of prosperity. I even had a go. Yeah, I had no idea. Hindu people from all over the globe, but predominantly India, celebrate with parties, fireworks,
Oh, fucking shit!
and lanterns. And we were no exception, even if we sucked at lanterns. If you ever visit India during Diwali, you are in for a treat. The entire country is lit, literally. The next day, I decided to leave Delhi early and head down to Agra with Raj, a friend I met at the hostel. So we headed into town to try and nab a couple last-minute tickets.
Trying to get to Agra today. I'm with Raj. Say hi. Trying to get to Agra. I don't know if we're going to succeed or not. We just went to the bus station. It was the wrong bus station. So now we've come to the train station. We're just going to try and jump on a train. Don't know how we're going to go, but it's been fun so far. Lots of fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
And after a lot of waiting around, we managed to get them.
We got a ticket to Agra. It was only 90 rupees. Like that's equivalent to about $2 Australian. So like to get a 90 rupee ticket, last minute ticket to Agra from Delhi, pretty sweet. Good job. The only thing is we're probably going to be in the shit part of the train with no aircon.
We're going to be on top of the train.
We may be on top. They may strap us up on top like some cargo, but we'll see. So the plan is Agra today. So we'll go down to Agra today and then the Taj Mahal tomorrow, and then straight after Taj Mahal get on a train or a bus or something and go out to Jaipur. And then from Jaipur, Pushkar, because I really want to go to Pushkar for this. There's a camel fair going on out there, so that'd be great. I really want to do that. And then out to Jaisalmer, and then we'll go from there. Train's here. We think we were supposed to be in the carriage at the back, but we weren't going to fit in there. It was like chickens in a coop, so we kind of moved up forward a few, and we're just chilling in like the toilet area. Doesn't matter as long as we get there. 4 hours. Oh, 3 hours.
After processing the fact that I was going to be chilling next to a dirty train toilet for a few hours, we settled in and began the journey with a few Indian friends who seemed to be doing the same sneaky thing that we were. We had barely left the station when suddenly we heard a thud from outside the carriage before screaming and crying.
Guy fell down into the track. Guy just fell under the track. They pulled him out. I think they're just making sure he's alright.
They did pull him out and we started heading off again. As we slowly left the city, the amount of severe poverty that's gripped India started to become apparent to me. Even next to train tracks, hundreds of families are struggling. Every day, every year. The train eventually picked up speed, and for the next few hours, I sat on the side of the train and watched India go by.
stopping in just like random areas for whatever reason. But I actually kind of love it because it kind of lets you just stop for a second and have a look at a completely random rural area in the middle of India, and it's so cool.
I've seen poor, I've seen homeless, but this was the first time in my life I've seen poverty on this scale, and it was heartbreaking. The train ended up stopping for a while, and these guys wanted a selfie. That is so going in my scrapbook.
These guys want a photo as well. Say hi, guys. Hello.
How naturally photogenic. We had arrived in Agra on a very busy night.
So we made it, we're in Agra. I'm tired and hungry, so I'm gonna go get some food and then go to bed. And then Taj Mahal tomorrow morning, which should be good. Raj is equally as enthused as I am.
We slept despite the fireworks all night and woke up bright and early.
So it is super early, and we're on our way to the Taj Mahal. Raj is the thing he does at every monument he goes to. He does like a little, how would you describe it? Like a high kick?
It's a professional karate kick.
A professional karate kick. He does it at every monument. So we're gonna take that today. I don't have one of those. I feel really like
You should start one.
You reckon?
Yeah.
But all the monuments I've already been to that I haven't done one in. It's really sad. I'm just gonna have to go back.
Yeah, you should go back.
Yeah. Grand Canyon, come back.
The Taj Mahal is one of the new 7 wonders of the world, and even though the pictures look really pretty, I didn't truly appreciate it until I was standing right in front of it.
Kinda just wanna chill here. Got nowhere to be today actually, got the whole day, so I might just stay here all day. Should have brought a picnic. Should have brought like a picnic, had a picnic. I don't know if they like food in here, but it is incredible. It's amazing. You can film it all I like, but you can't really appreciate it until you see it in real life.
The Taj is a 360-year-old mausoleum, and inside, the tomb of Mumtaz Mahal, Emperor Shah Jahan's favorite wife. He actually built it just for her. Couple goals. The architecture, symmetrical design, and the intricate details make it a stunning work of art. If you came to India just for the Taj, you would not be disappointed.
So glad that we came early because look at that. So many people.
Half of India's here.
Half of India is right here. I just have to go on a little mission to get some toilet paper because our hostel doesn't have any toilet paper. And then the guy was like, oh, don't worry, I'll buy some later. And I'm like, I kind of need it now.
Before I left Agra, I decided to check out Agra Fort, which was the Mughals' home base before they left for Delhi.
I'm here. I was just gonna do the Taj and then leave, but I'm here for an extra day, so I thought might as well. It's just down the road. My tuk-tuk driver, when I was coming here, he's like, it's not that big. And I was like, yeah, probably. But it is big. It's massive. I mean, not as big as Red Fort, which is the only other fort I've been to so far. But it's pretty big, and it's like a little bit more impressive than Red Fort only because you can walk through it. Red Fort you can actually walk through. Last night in Agra, so I thought I'd celebrate by having dinner on a rooftop. Fireworks are going off as per usual. I haven't stopped since I got here. Been waiting for quite some time. I ordered a rum, right, and they gave me a whole bottle with a Pepsi. I'm gonna be drunk by the time the food comes because it's taking a while, but I don't mind. Got nowhere to be. Except for Jaipur tomorrow. Never mind, the food's here. I'm at the train station, catching my train in Jaipur. I'm really tired. Shout out to this guy. He's been my tuk-tuk driver the whole time I've been here, and he's a legend. Look him up if you're ever in Agra. I'm in Jaipur, just got here. It's 42 degrees, hottest it's been since I've been here. And it's hectic. I mean, every city here has been hectic, but this is like hectic.
In the state of Rajasthan, there are 3 coloured cities. Jaipur is one of them, the Pink City. And it's the Pink City because all of the buildings are kind of pink. I think the colours faded over time. The first stop in Jaipur is one of the biggest and best looking forts in the country. Amber. I'm at Amber Fort, and holy shit. The place looks like Hogwarts, a huge castle fort atop a massive hill.
I'm gonna be really angry if I don't lose at least 4 kilos walking up this thing. I made it to the top of Amber Fort, and the view up here is just incredible. So India has like 2 billion gajillion forts, so they get boring after a while. But like the interesting thing about them for me is the little things like the murals that are just made up of like tiny little pieces of stone, like perfectly chiseled or cut, or however they did it back in the day. Just awesome.
I kept wandering around this massive fort, and every time I poked my head out a window or hole in the wall, there was another awesome view. And then I got lost.
I'm not even joking, I'm lost. The Amber Fort's massive, and there's corridors and little alleyways and little tunnels everywhere, and I just was walking through it, looking at everything, and now I have no idea where I am. So I just went to Amber Fort and just went for a stroll through the old villages. Got completely lost, so I was like, you know what, tuk-tuk, take me back. But I love this little village. It's probably the best little area I've been to so far in India.
The nightlife in Jaipur consisted of rooftop dinners, rooftop fireworks, and rooftop impersonations featuring the real-life Rick Sanchez.
Listen, Morty, we're all gonna die anyway. Who cares? Listen, kid, just get rid of that fucking Indian food. It's a piece of shit. I'm sorry, did you film me before I thought you were filming me? Because that's not okay. Listen, Morty, you're a real asshole sometimes.
And later, our hostel took us on a food tour, showing off the best tasting street food in Jaipur. I was obviously too busy eating to film most of it, but I did get the last stop, Lassi. The best cold, creamy yogurt drink I ever did taste.
We're on a food tour and it's the last stop, which I'm really excited for because it's Lassie.
This is Julie. And she's currently laughing and making fun of me for filming myself, which she did a lot.
And it's gonna be good, hey.
And Julie wasn't the only one. This is Sarah.
Hi. This dude's so lame. Why does he keep Snapchatting?
It's not
We're on a
Snapchat.
food tour.
It's a vlog.
Why are we doing this?
It's a vlog.
I don't even know where to start with this guy. I had a 2-day argument with him about whether or not Australia and New Zealand are a part of the same continent. They are, by the way. Who would have thought?
Don't turn it that way, turn it the other way. It's a vlog.
The next day, I caught a bus to Ajmer, which was just a stepping stone to my next destination.
Officially in Ajmer, I'm just gonna try and get to Pushkar somehow. Taxi?
Your taxi dropping.
If you leave Ajmer, head west, and drive up and over the big mountain directly next to the city, you'll find Pushkar, a small but sweet Indian holy city nestled between rocky mountains and temples.
I'm in Pushkar. It's a very small town, but awesome at the same time. The views are just incredible. There's some friends from the other hostel that are here. I haven't seen them yet, but I'll probably see them at some point today. And got some more friends from the other hostel coming down this afternoon too, so it'll be a packed house tonight.
The center of the city is a maze of markets selling everything from tea bags to samurai swords. All built around Pushkar Lake, a sacred lake of Hindus. You'll see a number of people bathing in and worshipping the lake every day. You'll also encounter many new mothers in Pushkar offering services like henna and palm reading, and because their family depends on it, they won't let you go easily. But if you want the services of this next guy, you'll have to go out and find him first. This is Alu Baba, also known as the Potato Guru. He's a guru who eats nothing but potatoes and lives in a cave in the mountains just outside of Pushkar. Some other travelers told us about him, and as if we weren't going out to see this guy.
Everybody, good family, good life. Sit down here. Yeah? Yes.
So we're at Ali Baba's house. His bed's just over there actually. He's down there smoking up. We came in to give him a potato in return for our future being red. And so far he's just smoking up, so I'm not sure if that's part of his routine. It's like warming up, you know? Like, you know how gym junkies, they warm up before they work out? Where he lives is incredible. It's in the middle of nowhere and he's surrounded by rocky hills and huge mountains, and we're out here at sunset, which is just beautiful.
Alu sat down with us and told us all about his take on life, how everyone should slow down, stop, look around, and enjoy everything this planet has given us. This, he believes, is the key to happiness. Before letting us look around his home,
inside the cave. What's his name?
Alibaba.
I'm inside the cave where Alibaba sleeps. It's very comfortable, I would say. Aircon would be great, but it's fine.
Like, one day you decided, I'm gonna make burgers.
When we got back, we found a guy who makes the best burgers on the side of the road, and only in the middle of the night. And for a burger with no meat, it was bloody good.
We're going to Graf temple today, and there was no room in this tuk-tuk, so we're sitting on the back. Hello. No? I don't want to wave.
On the way to the temple, we saw camels. Lots and lots of camels. And you'll find out why later. But first, we had a massive hill to climb.
We decided to walk up to the temple. It's not too bad. I want to talk, but I can't. Smart people. Smart people.
No.
Katie's dying.
I'm dying.
Julie is a trooper.
The climb was tough, but the view was worth it. The next day saw the start of the annual Pushkar Camel Fair.
We are. Where are we? We're up early. We're on our way to the Camel Fair. It's a really hot day, and the only clothes I have that aren't dirty is a jacket and jeans. Setting up for the concert tonight. That's some big names. Big names are going to be here. Kanye West, Diplo. Trying to speak.
The Camel Fair sees thousands of people and camels flock to the small desert city every year to buy, sell, trade, and show off their camels, among many other events and shows.
This guy's brushing his teeth.
And because most of the camels are up for sale, they're dressed to impress.
These camels must feel like royalty, man. They get dressed up to the max. Got like all these colorful little balls and flowers on them. They're really cute.
The best way to see the whole camel fair is attached to the back of one of them.
Yeah.
We've been hijacked by little children.
You guys all have the same story.
Yeah, you should change it up a bit.
So many camels everywhere. There's like 2,000 camels here. Not even over exaggerating, like 2,000 camels.
I was wrong. There was upwards of 20,000 camels there.
Camel smugglers, camel dealers. Oh, we just found out that you can sell yourself for a certain amount of camels. Julie's with how much? 57 camels.
And
Jacob,
75.
75 camels. I don't know how much I'm worth, but probably not much.
Yes.
Black hair. Probably like 50.
I ended my time in Pushkar with a sneaky drink and a killer sunset. Alcohol is illegal in the holy city, but, you know, badass. And the next day, I headed for my next destination, arguably one of the most beautiful cities in North India. Udaipur is the city of lakes. 5 artificial lakes snake around historic buildings, hills, and palaces, making it eye candy from every angle.
First day in Udaipur with Jacob. I'm a little bit rusty today because I had my first food poisoning illness. It wasn't too bad. It was better because I'm here, because this is the most chilled out city in India I've been to so far.
It is.
And it's very pretty to look. So if there's any city I'd want to be sick in, it's Udaipur.
G'day. Later, me and Jacob joked about driving around the streets of India on a scooter, and then we were on our way to a scooter hire place.
We're gonna hire a scooter. I don't know if it's the smartest idea to rent a scooter in India.
Yes.
Oh, this one's for me?
Can you knock on the helmet check?
It
Okay,
works.
we're ready to go. I think this is it.
So nice. Vegan, how do you like it?
The water's beautiful.
How do you like to drive the scooter?
I'm scared as fuck. This place is beautiful. So peaceful. Like, it's such a welcome change from the rest of India. There's no horns, barely any people. There's just a calm lake and mountains and rocky hills. And we've ridden a lot of k's away from Udaipur, and we've just stumbled upon like a village of people who just think that we're the Queen of England. They're just like coming up to us and going, "Oh my god, hi." It's so weird to be out here. They're staring at me as we speak. They're like, "What is that he's got? What is he doing?" But we're having some chai. The locals are making us some chai, which is very nice.
Jacob, Vivian, and me enjoyed the hospitality of these random Indian villages, and the next day headed up to Jodhpur with Italian man Marco.
Oh, it's a video.
Oh, great. I love this video.
We're traveling.
Yeah.
We're traveling from Udaipur to Jodhpur today, and unlike the last few travels, which has been a bus and a train, we decided to treat ourselves this time.
Yes.
And we have an air-conditioned private car, which is super. And we're stopping off at places along the way. I don't know how to say the places, so I just say places. Where are we stopping?
Kumbanga,
Yeah.
I guess, and Ranakpur.
Yes.
What he said. Oh, this is our driver.
Correct?
Correct.
His name is correct.
My Hindi is getting better.
We're on our way to Jodhpur from Udaipur and we've stopped off at a palace. Don't know the name of it, so I'm going to let voiceover me say it.
Kumbhalgara Fortress, located in the Aravalli Hills, with a wall that rivals the Great Wall of China.
This place was built in the 1400s. It is one of the biggest forts I've seen since I've been here. It was only overtaken once. It took 2 days to overtake. It's huge. There's a wall of the fort. The wall of the fort is like 37 kilometers long. It'll take 2 days to walk it. I was thinking about walking it, but I was like, nah. Just an hour here is enough. The view, though, is amazing.
Kumbhalgara stands tall and proud. It's one of the most intimidating forts in India.
Look, Simba. Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
What about the Dark Shadowy place?
That's Pakistan. You must never go there, Simba.
Our driver just brought us to some random place in the middle of nowhere for lunch. And it's actually really good. It's a buffet. Not like a typical buffet though, there's like pots. But it was really good. It was really good.
The next stop was Ranakpur, a small village that's home to some of the most beautiful temples in the world. They've been used for centuries by followers of Jainism, an ancient Indian religion. Visiting these temples truly felt like a step back in time. Ranakpur is also filled with copious amounts of monkeys, like these ones. We got to Jodhpur and spent a couple days there, but I don't actually have much footage from this stop because I was throwing up the whole time. I did struggle through the fort though.
Spent all last night vomiting and it was fun. I'm still sick as fuck, but I didn't want to waste a day, so I'm here at the fort. I'm going to do an audio tour and I may vomit along the way, but we shall see.
The next day, me and Marco got on a non-AC bus and began the 5-hour journey through the deserts of North Rajasthan to Jaisalmer. Marco made a friend, while I was constantly bombarded with merchants every time we stopped.
It's so funny, every time the bus stops somewhere, these people run up to the window with stuff to sell and they're like, buy this, buy that. Marco's got a really sweaty ass. So many people just jumped on. It is packed. Hey, my bag is down there too. My poor bag. Just stopped outside the military station. I don't know why, but looking up the cannons. We're in Jaisalmer. Everything's dirty because it's dusty as fuck here. We're getting rickshawed already. I call it rickshawed, it means you're getting hassled for rickshaws. And we're not even off the bus, they just yell through the window. And thank you. My bags are separated because I had to separate them because the bus was so fucking packed. Oh, it's all happening. Oh, and get this, it's so dusty here. My shirt's dirty without even leaving the bus. You know? It's great. And now my vlog's being interrupted by people who really want money. Oh yeah, thank you. Oh, it's all happening. And there goes my water bottle and my necklace is broken, so it's a great day. Anything to add, Marco? No?
Sorry?
Anything to add?
No, I'm fucking tired.
Despite the hassles, I was very excited because I was in one of my most anticipated cities in India. Jaisalmer, a cool golden city in the middle of the desert that makes you feel like you're in Aladdin.
We're inside the fort, in Jaisalmer Fort. It's one of the coolest forts I've been to because it's actually like alive. It's active, it's got things going on inside it. There's shops and food, a bunch of other things as well. Sleeping on the job. Oh shit. Oh my god. No, it's a power line. I don't want to touch it. It's a power line. I kind of want to touch it, but I probably shouldn't. Found a secret little hatch on the side of the fort. Directly under a tree, so we have shade and we have this awesome view. And a power line. To charge our phone.
My inner immature child must have come out that day because I really wanted to touch that power line.
I shouldn't touch this, right?
No, don't, please.
I really want to.
No.
I just walked past a random shopkeeper and then he just I was walking away from him and then he yelled out, "Keegan!" And I just stopped and I was like, I got so scared. I was like, how do you know my name? Completely forgot I'm wearing a necklace that says my name in Hindi. I really need to remember that. Be careful. You reckon the cannon's still active? I don't know if we're allowed up here or not, but wow.
We were going on a camel safari the next day, and everyone knows that you can't go on a camel safari without looking your best. So, we went shopping.
Very comfortable and very comfortable, nice pattern fabric.
Now that's black.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. That one? Do you like that one? Alright, fixed price for my shirt and my pants.
But this is a nice quality too, eh?
Nice quality.
100% cotton. 100% quality.
100% cotton or quality?
100% cotton and plus qualities. You want new turban?
Turban? No.
Something for X, something for next.
For what?
Something for X, something for next. Too many X.
Why would you get something for your ex?
X, it's good luck.
To get something for your ex?
Karma.
Oh.
It's kind of
Is it worth the karma though?
Yes. You're making her happy sometime.
Yeah, but you don't want to make her happy, she's your ex.
It's joking.
I know.
I would say 100 for the pants and maybe 150 for the shirt.
No, this quality no possible. I have cheapest quality.
I will give 200 for this, and I'll give you 250 for the shirt.
But this is good quality, my friend.
Yeah, that's good payment.
Do you want like cheapest qualities? Then possible like this quality fabric, cotton and synthetic mix.
No thanks, man. So what's the price?
350 and 400.
350 and 40.
400 and 350. Because nice fabric.
What about my one?
350 and 400.
450?
400 and 350.
Or 350 and 400.
It's like 400 sir,
As you prefer.
350 is tight.
What about 300 for the shirt, 300 for the pants?
Okay, 700 rupees per pants.
Oh no, because that's more than the original.
No, this is not original.
That's more than the original.
I've been asking about quality.
3, so 600 altogether. That's pretty good.
699.
That's 699. What?
Okay.
Wait, 1 rupee off. I'm saying 600 for everything. That's pretty good, I think.
Okay,
700 for 1 pants and 2 shirts.
Why you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you,
It's
man.
killing
My friend,
price.
I'm not
It's
kidding
killing
you.
price.
It's
No,
not
it's
killing
not.
price. Come on.
That's good.
It's not good, it's wonderful.
Yeah, exactly. It's wonderful.
For you.
Oh,
600. Looking good. Looking good. Anyway, 600. Final offer for the pants and the shirt. I reckon that's pretty good.
I would say 500.
Why
See?
like this?
I'm giving 600 for these. Because I'm a generous man.
Thank you, sir. 650.
600. Thank you. Yes. 600.
Okay, 650.
600.
500. It's my offer.
Mine's 6. That's pretty good. Look at
Right,
his
you're-
offer.
you're
Look at
not
mine.
salesman.
Mine's pretty good, right? 600. That's pretty good. So I reckon 6.
Well, you're not a salesman.
No, I'm not.
You don't like it price? No problem. I can't selling less than this price.
You told me 600. 600? Yes! Suck it.
800 for 3 pieces.
Thank you, my
Yes,
friend.
inside many color.
Not gonna lie, I think we did pretty good. And we looked even better.
So good, I can't help it. I'm so good, I can't help it. Love me for being me. Cause I can't change it, can't rearrange it. I am what I am, so love me for being me.
We were about to head out into the desert on the back of some dead set legends.
1 camel each person.
Oh, he's pissing.
Yes.
I suddenly need to pee.
Come on. Yeah? Yeah.
The struggle was real, but eventually we were off. Please keep your hands and feet inside the camel at all times. Enjoy the ride. Let it be noted that my groin started to hurt right about now.
I want to have a guitar right now. I want to have a guitar right now.
That would be cool. Could you play whilst riding?
Oh, I can't play all the songs. I have to know the chords and listen to them, and after that I can play it.
Okay.
But I never can.
Do you know any songs off by heart?
No.
If the answer's no, then you're not a real guitar player.
Okay. Good. I'm fine with this. But I want to have the guitar right now. No! I lost my shoe! No! No, sorry!
He lost his shoe.
We have to stop because Jacob lost his shoe. It's all good. We're getting it.
Thank you so much.
Careful.
Yes.
Let's go.
We had a bumpy ride ahead of us.
Is it a bad sign that it's only been 20 minutes and it hurts? My one's just lowered while the other ones are still standing. And they're shitting and pissing and I'm down here. Ranjit down here is just chilling. Holy shit.
Mine is so an asshole.
Yeah, because you named it Gunther. Gunther's an asshole name.
Gunther is an asshole name, yeah. So it's the right name.
It's very appropriate, actually. Yeah, you're right.
Gunther, you are an asshole.
I'm yet again down here with my little friend. Our guide's getting us some more wood.
After a solid couple of hours, we were deep inside the Thar Desert. Out here, there's nothing but sand and scrub bushes as far as the eye can see. And much to my arse's delight, we made it to our little campsite.
So we made it to our camp and we've just gone for a walk up to the sand dunes. I feel the need to whisper because it's so quiet compared to the rest of India. Super quiet. So we're just watching the sunset, which is beautiful. Better with glasses though, because that way you can look right at it and it looks awesome. They're speaking in German as always, so I have no idea what this is.
That night, we were treated to a little fire show.
Be careful, please.
Yeah, here.
We are in the middle of the desert.
We have no water to throw on it.
Before eating dinner and slowly falling asleep under the desert night sky.
बाजे घुंघरू छन छनननन छननन छन.
Turns out that the desert gets extremely cold at night, like very cold, to the point where all of my stuff is wet. Like even my phones, I don't even know if they're gonna work properly anymore because it's so foggy and freezing. Pretty though.
Everyone's starting to wake up, so I don't have to whisper anymore. Musa bought us some hot chai to help out with the cold because it's bloody freezing. Morning, guys.
Good morning, friends. How are you?
They can't answer.
Yeah, nice.
Do I have to say something really Italian?
Yep.
With a really Italian accent. Camel hurts.
Marco's thighs are hurting from the camel. I'm alright, because I've got lots of padding in the thigh, so it's all good. Look at that sunset. Sunrise. I always get my sunsets and sunrises mixed up. Happens a lot. I was getting worried that I was carrying my sleeping bag around this whole trip for nothing because I didn't need it. But I needed it last night. Very much so, because it was freezing. And breakfast is served, by the way.
Good for you. I think
Oh, and the chai is not
We
ready.
found this fruit out in the desert. It's this fruit here. We had a friend over there ask Musa about it, and Musa said, "No, we don't eat it. It's bad." So naturally, he went and grabbed one, and we tried it. Well, he tried it. I haven't yet to try it. I don't want to because I'm looking at everyone's reaction. It smells nice though, so I'm just gonna enjoy the smell. You wanna try, Marco?
No thanks.
You sure?
I'm sure. Pretty sure.
You? Okay.
Okay.
One more. It was so cold last night that the water that we left out is naturally ice cold, which is good. Oh, sorry, I'm being called upon. Hello.
It was a beautiful, foggy morning ride back to town after a peaceful night that I won't forget. Fun fact about Italians, they can't live without coffee.
We followed the signs to the Real Italian Espresso in the hopes that Marco gets some
I want a coffee.
coffee because he hasn't had coffee today. Neither have I, but I'm actually doing quite well. But he's Italian, so it's really hard for him. You doing alright?
Sorry?
Are you doing alright?
No.
What's wrong, man? Voice your concern. What's
I
wrong?
want a coffee.
I know, it's
A
hard.
real Italian espresso.
I don't think you're gonna get one.
I don't think so.
We'll keep looking though. Excuse me, sir. Do you know where we could get fresh Italian coffee? No. Some people are so rude. They said to treat cows like humans.
We searched high and low, followed signs and asked many in the hope of finding some coffee. We were about to give up on our mission when suddenly an angel appeared in the form of a young Indian man.
Hey, where are we?
You are in Jaisalmer now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know we're in Jaisalmer. I
Yes.
mean, I knew that much, but like whereabouts in the fort? Because it's just an endless bunch of streets and markets.
We
so-
are in the market inside the fort in Jaisalmer.
Again, no help.
I can help you.
You can?
Yes.
Can you be my GPS?
Yes.
Yeah. So you
This
will.
is my
so
hotel.
you. This is your.
Do you have coffee?
Do you have coffee?
Yes.
Oh. Can we go for coffee, please?
A knight in shining armor. Do you have coffee?
Yes, we have nice coffee in rooftop, nice view
I'm
of the
Italian.
city.
Here?
Yes.
Can we go?
Of course. Welcome. You can.
Thank you. Namaste.
Welcome. This is Jaisalmer city view inside the fort.
We finally have coffee. And guess who's more happy than anyone? Marco the Italian. Coffee, yeah?
Yeah.
You're never gonna believe what I just had to endure. So I asked the guy for the toilet, and he was like, "Yeah, sure." And he took me to the toilet, right? But it was a small cubicle with a shower in it. Someone had just taken a shower, and their dirty clothes were still in there. So it was steaming hot, with the dirty smell of the clothes wafting in it. So it was like a dirty Indian sauna. Oh, and I still need to get hand sanitizer.
In exchange for giving us coffee, we gave this awesome dude a quick English lesson.
D
A B C D
E
E
F
F
G
G
H
H
I
I
J
J
Maybe it's better if we sing it.
L
A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
He was actually doing quite well.
U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
Now I know my ABCs. Won't you sing along with me? That last line's a bit iffy. You don't need to worry about that. It's not important.
It was time to leave the desert state of Rajasthan, but at the airport, it was clear someone important was about to arrive.
There's a Bollywood star that's about to rock up. Paparazzi's there waiting for them and security. Kind of tempted to stick around, but I gotta fly.
The celeb rocked up, which would have been exciting if I knew who the hell it was.
Who are you? So this Bollywood star just walked through the airport. I'm not sure who the hell it was, but he's a big deal because he just created like a fucking store. I want to find out who he is. So that's my new mission. I want to find out who he is. Does anyone here speak English? 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 Do you speak English? Who is that?
He's Sachin Tendulkar.
What's his name?
Sachin Tendulkar.
Sachin Tendulkar. So where's he from?
Cricketer. He plays
Cricket. Oh, he's a
badminton.
cricketer. Oh, I see. He's a cricketer, guys. We just found out. And everyone is losing their shit. Big fan? Yeah. Big fan?
Big fan, yeah.
Big fan? Okay. Good to know.
God of cricket. God of cricket?
Yeah, he's a god of cricket apparently. What's his name?
Sachin
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, he's just a cricketer. Never before have I seen such chaotic scenes for a cricketer. Excuse me.
I decided to try and ask some typical paparazzi questions. It didn't go well.
As India's most famous cricketer, I have to ask who's your favourite NRL team?
Sir, please.
Who's your favourite NRL team? Who's your favourite NRL team? Do you think the Cowboys deserve to be in the grand final this year? Come on.
The Ganges, a river that has more significance than any other, and on the banks of it in northeast India is Varanasi, one of the oldest cities in the world. In fact, this is the very city where Buddha founded Hinduism around 500 BC.
Leaning Tower of Varanasi. But not purpose. Cool. Actually, good question. Was the Leaning Tower of Pisa, is it leaning on purpose?
I don't think so.
I
I think it was a mess up.
Along the river are ghats, and some are burning ghats, which is where more than 80 human cremations occur on a daily basis. And not in private. Anyone, including travelers, can go up close and watch the cremations take place.
Watched a few cremations. It's kind of cool how like they're very open with death, you know? I mean, watching it was hectic, but it wasn't too full on. I mean, it was still very confronting. If you haven't seen a human body burnt before, it's very confronting, but it's not, you know, it's not too bad because they do it in a very respectful and spiritual way, so it's not too bad.
All bodies are put into the river, which is believed to stop reincarnation, a common Hinduism belief. After a game of Ganges-side cricket, which apparently is the only sport Indians know about, we headed into the streets of Varanasi, the most chaotic city I visited on my trip, hands down.
Hi, where are you from?
India.
You're from India?
Yeah.
What? I've never been there. Baba? No.
Leicester. You know Baba?
Beard? Oh, yeah. It's a bad
Australian Baba.
Australian Baba, is that what this is called? Okay, nice. Good to know, man. You should grow one.
I like what? 7.
7. You look good with a beard, man.
We got lost in a maze of markets to find Blue Lassi, rated the best lassi in the country. I was really loving these things, guys. Before a trip to Sarnath, a Buddhist pilgrimage site home to the largest Buddha statue in the country.
Behind the statue, and I've noticed that there's a ladder on the back of the statue. Oh, the temptation to climb it. I'm gonna probably get in a lot of trouble, but like, who can say that they climbed Buddha? I'm not gonna do it, don't worry. No shit, that looks like my brother when he was a baby. That's him. This place is just like botanical gardens with Buddha. Like if Buddha went to the botanical gardens and they decked it up for him, this is the result.
And this is where Buddha gave his first sermon. Some of his first ever teachings happened right here, some 2,500 years ago.
Guys, I don't know if you know about this, but they're actually growing weed in, I don't know if it is weed or not. But I think if it is, the Buddha would be very upset.
That night we went to an arti ceremony, a nightly ritual along the banks of the river. Hundreds of locals come to these every single night to worship the river. And we had front row seats.
So the arty's about to start and we got like prime seating. It only costs 200 rupees right on the river. We're on a boat right on the river and it's right there. 200 rupees. Except this guy got it for free.
Yeah, because I'm from South Africa.
Because he's from South Africa, that's how they roll. They just jump on boats without asking.
Artis are important religious ceremonies that use fire and light as an offering and can be performed for different reasons. Along the Ganges, it's the form of candles floating along the river during a choreographed performance towards it.
can expect many prayers and constant bells, as well as many religious songs during the hour-long ritual. Of all the commitments to tradition and religious prayer I saw in India, this was by far the most spectacular. This happens every single night in several locations along the river.
This goat's praying over here. Dear God, please give me some food. Amen.
I'm in Varanasi. I'm here with Abino. Say hi, Abino.
Hi, man.
His English is good, even though he doesn't think it is. I think it's quite well. I think it's very good, and I think you're too hard on yourself.
My friend make fun of me.
Don't listen to your friend. I'm an English speaker from birth, and I'm telling you that you are very good.
Thanks, man.
That's all right. So he's taking us to get rolls, and when I say us, I mean him. He's just getting rolls for himself. I just want a lassie, that's why I'm here. It's the only reason.
I just pulled his legs for just come and have your lassi by your own self. We are not going to serve you like that because it's a traditional. When in India, like people.
Okay, I take back what I said. Your English needs a bit more work.
Yeah.
The next morning we were up early before sunrise to hop on a boat.
Nice and early, and we're on a boat, and we're on the Ganges, and the sun hasn't even risen yet, but it's already so bright, and that's because of the smoke.
We floated along the most sacred river in the world and watched India's oldest city wake up.
Well, put your back into it. Yeah, do it. Concentration on the face.
It's so hard. Try it. Come here and try it.
Should I try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I hit that paddle.
You're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty good, right? Should we get paid for this? Man, I can do this every morning though. Be a guide.
Good workout. Really good
Study
workout.
up my facts. The Ganges River is approximately 50 feet deep. you watch the sunrise in Varanasi, it's not really a sunrise. It's more like a sun up here, because it just pops out of nowhere. So we just watched the sun up here. It does look really cool though. Okay, so we finished our boat ride and they brought us to a wrestling ring. I had no idea this was in the itinerary, and I'm really curious.
We later found out this was called Kushti, a traditional Indian form of wrestling. These men dedicate their lives to the practice, rising in the early hours every morning to train and wrestle, as well as sticking to a strict diet.
I've been here for about an hour. These guys have not stopped wrestling. They must be tired. And then meanwhile, over in the training camp over here, these guys are lifting weights and doing weird things with them. And one guy's climbing a fucking tree. Having the weirdest morning. And now it's time for another episode of Jail or School. Is that a jail or a school?
Pretty shit jail.
Pretty shit school. Shout out to these guys who did my laundry for me. Namaste. They're really cool.
Later, we were invited to join some awesome locals for a yoga photo shoot.
So we're here at the fort in Varanasi, and we're here for a very special reason, because there is a photo shoot happening today. Not of us, because obviously Westerners, who gives a shit. Indians, very beautiful Indians, they're doing a photo shoot and we're here to document it all. Let's go. So the location for the shoot is behind the fort on this random stairwell. They actually shot a scene for a Bollywood movie here for Holi, the festival of colour. That's what it is. And they didn't clean up, which is what we were hoping for. Which is awesome, because now the mess from Holi has been left, especially for the photo shoot, so it's great.
I'm famous.
You have a crowd.
Yeah.
Modeling is hard work.
Yeah. Hard being beautiful.
We've only been here for 10 minutes and we already have a massive crowd. Say hi. You guys over there, say hi. Watching creepily in the corner, that's not weird. So we're in the middle of the photo shoot when a cleaning lady from somewhere up the top emptied a garbage bin over the edge, and the contents of it fell like pretty much on me, and the contents included a couple glass bottles of rum which smashed all around me. Luckily it like just missed me, but that was hectic.
Look up when you're in India. So how do you think that went? You think that went really well, or?
No, it was too hot.
I mean, it was too hot. You look like you just jumped in the river.
But it was alright.
Yeah, it was pretty good though.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I'm okay. I'm happy with it.
Not the best shoot, but not the worst shoot, right?
Exactly, yeah, not the worst.
Yeah, that's good. I have to hand it to my tuk-tuk drivers here. I asked them to get me to the airport as quick as they could, and in response to that, they ended up driving on the wrong side of the road. So we're driving on the wrong side of the road right now because apparently that's quicker. But I don't know, I feel less safe.
I survived just and headed down to the biggest city in India. Almost 20 million people live in the city. That's just a little bit less than the population of Australia. For me, Mumbai was just a pit stop, but I did go for a wander and checked out the Gateway of India, a huge arch monument built to commemorate the arrival of the King and Queen in the early 20th century.
We're at the Gateway of India, and Belle has been bombarded since we got here with photos. Like, this is, I'm not even kidding, this is about the 30th photo. And I love it, it's so funny. We're gonna start charging, I reckon we should start charging. Yeah, I think we should. Like 100 rupees. 100 rupees a photo. We'll pay for drinks. She's not happy. All I want to do is smoke a cigarette.
I don't want to go. We're smoking cigarettes. No,
We also went to the stock exchange bar, where the prices of drinks change depending on the market, before a late arvo drive along the Mumbai harbour featuring Marvin Gaye.
It's all good.
It's not all good. Put Marvin back on.
What did I do?
When you open the camera, it stops the music.
Oh.
That's better.
That sucks, because sometimes it'd be nice to have like this.
Yeah. Still in the middle of our journey to Goa on the overnight bus. It's like 8 a.m. I think, give or take. We've stopped off in the middle of nowhere. I literally have no idea where we are because I have no internet here. I managed to get a little bit of sleep, but not too much, because you know, it's a bus. A few hours away maybe. We're gonna be there soon. It's an overnight bus and it's morning now, so we're gonna be there soon.
I was there within 2 hours, and it turns out I saved the most chilled out city for last.
You guys putting things in my ear. Yeah, that's great. Okay, no. Stop. Okay, thank you. I feel violated. Gross. Yeah, that's really gross. No. I don't like putting things in my ear. No. I don't like. No. I'm sorry. No, I don't like things getting put in my ear.
If you came to India and only visited Goa, then you haven't been to India, because Goa is nothing like traditional India. Goa is sunny weather and ice cream, the beach and cocktails, markets and an abundance of other Western tourists. Goa is India's very own little patch of perfect paradise. It was my last stop on a hectic trip, so for the next 4 days, I was gonna do nothing but relax. And relax I did. I drunk, I ate, I lit candles and put them in the sand. Apparently that's something you do here. I hired a scooter and checked out all of Goa.
Stopped off on the side of the road for some coconut water with my main man Ruben.
We did it. Our mission completed.
Oh yeah, we had a mission. It got complete. That's all you need to know about that. But we stopped for some coconut water. Surprisingly good. I don't know what to expect because coconut water in Australia is not that nice. Not as nice as this. Sweet.
This is natural.
All natural.
Full energy, Indian energy. Indian full power energy. Look. Yeah. Drinking coconut, what you have is this. You see?
Yeah,
big
muscles.
Big muscle.
The power of coconut.
There was also bamboo water made with fresh bamboo, I think. I'm not really sure what this was, to be honest. The nightlife in Goa was nightclubs along the beach. Those Indians could get down, but this didn't feel like enough. It was my last night in India. I wanted to go out with a bang. Turns out there was a massive music festival happening down the road, so I snuck in. I don't know if it's because I got in for free or if Indians love partying, but it turned out to be an awesome festival and an amazing end to an epic trip. India is truly unique. A country rich with tradition and culture, color and light, and beautiful people. Where poverty is rife, camels are currency, and rivers are sacred. It's not a place for the faint-hearted, but it is a place for those who seek adventure in a world that can tell you stories as old as time, teach you life lessons, show you the lives of people in a completely different world, and make you appreciate all that you have. And I have to thank this country for everything it gave me in 6 short weeks. A break from life, an abundance of new friends, and a journey that gave me countless memories I'll never forget.